Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Crypto Lab with Alex, featured by Trading Analysis. So as every Thursday, we're gonna try to dissect what is going on in a little bit of macro world and also into a crypto space. I hope you are all well and fine. Welcome to the Trading Analysis channel. As always, you can post your requests, comments, as does our Flash Crash Todd says always, insults as well. So if you don't like something, be vocal there. And we're going to try to portray for you what we see. It is going on all of these markets. So let's start. Let's work out our way first in a little bit of world of the macro development. So I'm gonna anglare this chart of the US 10-year yields. We have a Fed meeting on the 21st. Now we are on the 16th of September. So the next week, we are going to go into a new Fed assessment of what is going on with the economy and of course, what they are going to do regarding the possible tapering or the withdrawing of a liquidity or in aspect of the interest rates, how they think economy is working so far. I think that tapering will be postponed, so we will see that. I don't want to go much into a speculation, but again, this is the 10-year yields chart, which is pretty much looked in regards of the overall movement in interest rates in the US and overall economy. So in this chart, as we said last time, we are still didn't cross these two key levels, which we look 1.115 and 1.46 for the kind of a greater visibility what can happen here. So if we break on the downside, then we will count this as a full 5-wave sequence after this 3-wave move on the upside. And then we will definitely look for a further possibility that the rates for the next year will go lower for the movement down in this X wave, and then we will continue to move up, but everything will be in this range if this a pattern starts to unfold. In the case we break this magenta line and starts to moving more on the upside, definitely we can start to look at this as a potential 5-wave sequence developing where the 2% or a little bit above will be the next target for the rates to move higher. So we are from this perspective still in the no man's land, and we want to see how long these two levels will hold one or another so that we can base our further outlook on the US 10-year yields. In the world of dollar, so as usually we start to see or to look what is going on with the dollar. And we are looking for some type of a pullback in dollar overall after the beginning of 2020 and COVID crisis. We count this as a 5-wave move with a small truncation in the 5th wave. And then we are looking for a 5-wave move, which already unfolded here. If I just expand a little bit this chart, you will see that there is clearly a 5-wave sequence on the upside, reaching this 4th wave resistance level. So we are still trading between this main resistance and a support level. And we actually made this B wave here. It doesn't necessarily have to be here. It can fluctuate a little bit more, but as a confirmation for a further advance towards this 96, 97 levels, we'd like to see a 5-wave sequence develops here, which is potentially forming. We have seen here a wave 1, wave 2, so we need to see a little bit more upside towards this potential target for the wave 1, pullback in a wave 2, and then a continuation further on the upside towards this target. So we still don't see that, so I would like to be a little bit more reserved. But I can say if we see a 5-wave move, probability will be greatly increased. We're going to continue higher towards the end of 2021 in the dollar bull run on the upside. So for now, the things are pretty much working as we depicted for the last couple of months. 5-wave sequence is done, pullback is probably done or still ongoing. We have initial signs that we might see very soon 5 waves up and a continuation on the upside. So in my book, as long as we respect these levels, Fibonacci levels here, I will say also this support, dollar will be a bullish in my book for the continuation of this possible C wave on the upside. And from that respect, let's go a little bit and look gold. People like to see what's going on a gold. I have put it here a triangle just because we held here this level twice. It necessarily doesn't have to be a triangle. It can be a complex WXY moving even lower. In general, we are looking this as a very corrective sequence on gold. Okay, so we think that the gold is not in a new downtrend. It is in some type of a fourth wave, either in a triangle or in a more complex corrective pullback. We do see derived from the share structure of this advance on the downside, we think this is just a three-wave move. We don't see anything of an impulsive nature on the downside, so we think this is a corrective move, okay, whatever form it takes. And we think that eventually gold will start to move higher, completing possibly the higher degree wave 3, which means we are going to go above 2000 in the next, I will say, a couple of months or even half a year. There is a room here for some type of a flattish thing, which means we can go up in this ABC, another 3 waves up in B, and a 5 waves down in C. So we might also see some type of a flat corrective pullback, but the time for that is running out. It has to be really fast because we usually look how long this fourth wave correction will unfold. So I will say whatever of these scenarios unfold, and we will know because the form will reveal itself in one point of time, we think that the gold either from here or here is going to be bullish, surpassing this 2000, 2200, 300. Some of this area depends where this wave 4 completes, because in our beautiful multi-wave software, when you move it, it immediately shows you these upper Fibonacci target levels as we change it. So we still don't know, but the overall thing and overall conclusion and the context is that gold is just in a correction and it's going to finish higher. Any questions regarding that, guys? Okay, that was just a small kind of a macro environment assessment. So we can go to cryptos as usual. So usually what we'd like to start, and with the crypto news, nothing much on that. We have seen that markets are moving on the upside the last couple of days. And we have seen also that there is some regulation or tax increases possible in cryptos. There is not much in today's news, I would say. We are looking what's going on with Solana as well. We had a drop in network, which moved price pretty much lower. And that is kind of a usual thing when you have a new network. It will take some time, of course, that all the things and bugs and everything goes right. But Solana is a very prospective one, I would say. So finding not much in this current news for today. Let's go and see the charts. And as you know, we start always with the Bitcoin. I like to look at larger time frames, as you know, and in this proposed solution, what is going on, or a wave count, as you like it, we see this in a possible wave 3, and this is ongoing correction with a probable triangle, most likely, and then a continuation on the upside. So the same with the conclusion overall in context is that gold is pretty much, as in gold, Bitcoin is pretty much in some type of a consolidation, and that we are going to, whatever this form of the fourth wave unfolds, we are going to finish higher. Although we do see a probability that this wave 3 can go for a higher Fibonacci ratios than 200, which was our pretty much a leading one when we said a couple of months ago, nope, we are not going to go directly from here to 100K. Our target was around 74K. We missed it by a margin, but we were the rare ones, which was not that optimistic. And of course, correction unfolded on the downside. If we move this ratio a little bit more on the upside, we will actually label this as a flat, and we are already starting the new uptrend, which will go surpass it 100K at least. Okay, so if we drill on a smaller time frame, we will see that this might be a potential 5-wave sequence. We are now in maybe second wave correction around 37-40K, and from there we should see a pretty steep rise towards this 100K and a little bit above in this third wave. So we are operating between these two scenarios, and the correction scenario is still not confirmed in a sense that we didn't break lower this key 200 moving average and also 40K, 39K levels, and also we didn't go above these 786 retracements, which we usually look for the next targets on the upside. So for the Bitcoin, we will say we are kind in a mist, in a kind of a no man's land, and that we are still waiting. It shows us its hand for the next couple of weeks developments. Okay, so we are carefully observing what is going on. My observation is also, because I see some of these altcoins has a pretty bullish wave count, that we are possibly has to be more oriented on the bullish side. Okay, so if I look Polkadot or some other of these cryptos or MATIC or BNB, most of our wave counts are relatively bullish. So I would say that most likely we will be in these scenarios, and on the smaller time frame, we are looking for a corrective move. Now this is, I'm going to switch to 1 hour chart. So from the latest move down, we can look this as a corrective move. Let me just go a little bit deeper in this smaller time frame. We might be in some type of a second wave pullback down to 40K or this 37, 39K. This was a wave A. We are considering this to be pullback in a wave B, and we are waiting a little bit acceleration on the downside. This is still not confirmed. Any break of 46 will imply that we are going to continue lower towards this forward targets that we look, which will be around 40K. So this will be some type of a ABC pullback. We had a wave A down, very sharp one. This was just a corrective move in a B wave. And then we are embarking now, or a little bit higher. I still don't know that, or I could not decipher it because I don't have much of a price action here. I was looking from a little bit higher that we are going to start this C wave down to this 40K. My key ratios where I'm wrong will be this 786 retracement, which we usually look. So we have a short trade on a Bitcoin, and we will look this 50 as the price target. If we go above it, definitely we will be stopped out, because this is our risk, this is our gains. So we always look to have a nice risk-reward ratio. And I'm waiting a little bit more confirmation on the downside to bring my stops to a pretty small risk for this potential type of gains. Okay, so this is a small swing trade. We do that at Trading Analysis for our crypto clients from time to time, but we tend to have more a longer term outlook because we think that it's much more beneficial for you guys to have these longer term trades than kind of a daily trading in cryptos, which is a pretty demanding stuff. So looking all of this picture, we will slightly be biased, maybe just an inch towards a more bullish development looking this out. I will just want to point out one more thing. If we look the Bitcoin dominance chart, which we look also here, this is something which is pretty telling stuff. As you can see, we are placed here in a double bottom. If we break it, I don't think there is much more room. And I think Bitcoin will move higher, which probably means that the cryptos or alts will move lower in synchronicity with the Bitcoin, just a touch. But the move down in altcoins will be more sizable than in a Bitcoin, because we have almost completed a 5-wave sequence of this Bitcoin dominance chart, where the Bitcoin actually was losing its dominance on account of alts. So I think at least this first sequence might be done, or it will be done very soon. Maybe we're going to get a small spike. I don't think so. I think this was a possibly double bottom, and that we are going to see Bitcoin dominance very soon moving higher, at least for some amount of time. That will correspond with this picture when we see some altcoins also moving down in a correction. As we looked for the last week, like in Binance Coin, we can identify 5 waves up. Maybe this was a first wave down. We are looking this as a corrective move in a wave B, and one more push down in a wave C. And this is the picture on many alts we look. Let me go through the Bitcoin if you don't have any questions. Let me look Ethereum, which is also one of the things we care to look. So we have a very similar thing for our bearish wave count, maybe some type of a flat or a triangle for the bearish outlook, and for the bullish outlook, this will be already relatively advanced thing. We are maybe still in some type of a third wave or finished. We're going to look for a support around 3000K in an event of the possible correction, and then we might look for a further expansion towards our target around from, let's say, 5, 6 to 7K on the upside. So in that respect, Ether is behaving still pretty much as a Bitcoin. We are still in a bull trend, as you can see, and we are considering this, if we stay a little bit more in a correction, as the highs of the wave 3, so we have a much more upside available in Ether. And as well in this case, it will be a little bit different. We will go back and forth from this 7K, but nevertheless, the overall context of the crypto market will be bullish for the next year, even if this higher degree correction unfolds. So we are going to look for a much higher targets in Ether and in Bitcoin wherever this correction clears out. So clearly we're going to stay bullish. We're just going to handle a little bit more of time until some of these corrections or impulsive structures kind of give us a little bit more information regarding moves on the upside. Let me see your questions. That will be our take on Bitcoin and Ether. So let me see who is in the room. Hello guys. Hi Trez, welcome. I don't remember seeing you there. Maybe I was wrong. Joe, hello Joe. Igor, a regular guy. Carol, hi. Cyril, hi. Rich, Maria, hi. Let me just see what was your questions. I didn't look gold Aussie. Maybe, yeah, I didn't look that one. Do you have Litecoin? Yeah, okay, we will look Litecoin on a smaller time frames. So Litecoin made a very sharp move up and down on announcement of the possible Walmart thing. But we consider this still as a corrective move. So we had some type of a 5-wave sequence on the upside in regards of the Litecoin. And let me just see some measurements here. Okay, so we still look this as a corrective pullback. Potentially this spike was just a B wave. So move down in A, up in B, and this might be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we are going to look soon for a possible completion of the second wave, because we have some type of a 5-wave sequence on the upside. So for now it looks relatively good. We consider this to be just a corrective move. This spike was pretty much nasty for everybody being on it, but potentially we are still in some type of a corrective movement as the Litecoin is concerned. Polkadot. Okay, guys, so let's look Polkadot. What is going on there? Polkadot was the only one which was handling well, pretty much on this correction. Let me just see where is my Polkadot chart. So Polkadot is also very bullish, but I think maybe we're gonna see a little bit more of pullback. I'm still juggling between ABC or a completed correction. I don't know yet in this moment, but definitely from this pretty nice beginning of Polkadot, we can identify clearly a 5-wave move, a 3-wave pullback, and from there we also see a 5-wave move on the upside. I mean, I'm not used to put a wave 2 here and said Polkadot has done. We are already in a 3rd wave. I would like to see kind of a very nice defined, I might be wrong, sometimes in cryptos this happens very fast and that's it, you just continue on the upside, but I'm kind of dealing with this methodology for a long time. I would look potentially maybe for a little bit longer this ABC, which might be kind of a good thing. If not, this was already a finished wave 2. This is already developing a wave sequence. We will see some type of a pullback, a very small one, because usually second waves are very short. In the 3rd wave, we will go down to 30.27, and then we will continue further on the upside. So it's looked very good on a smaller time frames from now and on the bigger time frames as well. So I like Polkadot very much. I'm just in this instance, I'm not sure this wave 2 is finished. It misses a little bit our potential target at 50% retracement. But I mean, in cryptos, I have seen situation when 1-day spike or 1-day price action can be all of a pullback and we continue higher. So I'm just going to be a little bit more patient and observing what is going on potentially here. Ayman is asking, does wave of the ABC correction needs to necessarily break market to be labeled as a... I don't know what you mean break market. Can you explain that? Yeah, sure. Bitcoin Ether chart. Let's look Bitcoin Ether chart. Let me just see where is my wave count. It's probably on this one. Yeah, so Bitcoin Ethereum chart is pretty much, we were bullish on that. And we are looking for a further developments upside. We need this trend to develop further higher. I don't want to see any movement back below this 0.06. For now, the things are looking good. And we are going to a little bit more upside of Bitcoin lacking its dominance over Ether before a larger correction starts, and then Ether will outperform again. So for now, we are looking expansion from this low as a leading diagonal, 3 waves pullback, and then we are now most likely in this 3rd wave with a target around a little bit above 0.11. And the things are going good now. We have a wave 1 and 2, up in 3, some type of a triangle in 4, and this needs to continue further. So this is only a 3-wave sequence. Any break on the downside, this wave count will be pretty much on a shaky grounds. Okay, so I want to see really an acceleration here. Okay, so wave 3 in the 5th wave needs to be very vertical one, and we are taking some time. I can say this was a 1-2 post triangle thrust, and this is another 1-2, but I want to see this one explodes higher. Okay, that will be a confirmation, and it will go above this corrective channel. Any fail to do that, and the movement down, I will definitely look to change this outlook. Okay, so my error or margin of being wrong is very small here. Thank you, Alex. Give him a like. Yeah, give us a like, guys. It will makes our visibility better. Bitcoin Cash. I really didn't look Bitcoin Cash much, to be honest. Let me see. Do I see anything in a Bitcoin Cash? Oh, sorry, guys. BHC is the symbol, huh? I think it's that one. Let me just find it here. Bitcoin Cash, it's BCH. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash has a strange wave structure, pretty kind of a still trying to, I think, maybe do this leading diagonal on the upside. As you can see, we have something which we call in the Elliott wave overlap here. Okay, so we have a 5-wave move from these lows, and then we have a 3-wave pullback. We have some type of a 5-wave move on the upside in a wave 3, but then this pullback made something which we call the overlap, which can happen only in one wave structure. Usually we don't like to see that because 3 waves up and continuation on the downside can be pretty devastating for the Bitcoin Cash. But for now, it gives us a little bit more ground that we think that we are in some type of this veggie leading diagonal chart, which kind of has a nice targets on the upside. But this, be careful, this still needs to be confirmed. Okay, so I see a 5 waves up from here. The support for now, as you can see, is here. It's holding pretty nicely. If I see more of an advance, most likely this will be a first 5-wave move or a wedgie correction on the upside. Then this can be a 3, 3, 5, some type of a flat, and maybe from here we will go down. But shorter term, this gives us a probability to think either from here or a little bit lower, Bitcoin Cash might continue upside. I will not like to see a break of these levels lower, because in that case, it means that the next support level might be something which we will see on the Bitcoin Cash. So be careful. This is the kind of two things which I will watch. Let me see more of your requests. Bitcoin Cash, we looked AVAX. Yeah, I heard about AVAX. Avalanche. Yeah, we have been bullish on the Avalanche. This is a pretty much bullish wave count. Let me go on a smaller time frame. So for now, this looks rather good. I don't think this is all of the wave 1. I was looking for some correction. So 5 waves up, pullback, 5 waves up. It means that this one will continue higher, at least to equality, which means that we might be in something like this. Equality is around 245. So either this will be a pretty very strong directional stuff, which means that we will go in something like this, a very big wave 3, 1 very small pullback, wave 3, 4, and 5, at least to equality. But of course, as you know, we are also looking, when we pass equality, that we can go even higher in this third wave, looking for this 1618 ratio on the upside. So I will be modest first and conservative as I am. I will be looking first to equality, either immediate one, or if this is a first wave, I will look for a small pullback and then a continuation. But in my book, this will be bullish either from these levels, immediate one, or for a little bit lower. I will look for at least to these levels to equality and eventually even higher in this Avalanche. Next one is SRM or Serum, which is, I think it's a very bullish chart. I look this for now as a leading diagonal. It might be 1-2-1-2, which is also very bullish, but which will say that probably very soon in both options we will see some small pullbacks. And after these pullbacks, this will, I think, skyrocket it higher. So I will deal with it in the next Crypto Labs, but for now, I will definitely consider this one, knowing who is behind it. And this is a DeFi developed on Solana by FTX or by Sam, which is the owner of the FTX. I'm sure he's going to do everything that this be a good competition to Celsius or AAVE or Compound or any other DeFi operating system on the blockchain. So technically as well, it looks very nice. Solana, no, I don't think Solana is finished. I don't think this is done. We might just finish the minor correction, or we have a little bit more to finish minor correction, and then from some levels down there, we might continue higher in Solana. So I don't think the wave count in Solana is done. So I will be looking for very small pullbacks, and I still think we are gonna go higher, most likely in Solana, and maybe this is just a start of development of this third wave. Wave 1, according to this, was very long, so I think wave 3 will be a little bit shorter, and wave 5 the smaller, before we go in a couple of next year or even 2023. We will see how the speed will be, but definitely I will be looking for a further move on the upside in Solana. Sol Farm or Tulip. Well, this one looks pretty nice. So 5-wave move, definitely done. Pretty solid directional move. Now we are in some type of a pullback. So I guess it depends how the pullback will be. I will look for some support levels here. So definitely a bullish chart after a pullback. This will, I think, continue on the upside. So very nice chart. Maybe the pullback will be something like 5 waves down in A, up in B, down in C, and then further move or a continuation on the upside. So it looks nice. I would also look for this RSI to come lower on the higher time frames, but definitely a bullish chart after the pullback is complete. Any more questions, guys, or comments? So we can finish this small update for today. Let's check what's going on a Bitcoin. I don't know how many people in the room. ADA. Yeah, ADA is pretty bullish. I look ADA to start developing further pretty much. Yeah, on these higher time frames, ADA is just starting to be in a potential third wave on the upside. This is the whole chart. We are trading above equality a little bit, so I would look for a further expansion on the upside in ADA in the years to come, provided we don't fail here and go back below this 0.9. I don't think we will, but the probability always exists, so we will see. But definitely it looks like a bullish chart. MATIC, yeah, MATIC is bullish as well in my book. Yeah, I think MATIC has a more expansion on the upside. Wave 1, 2, 1, 2, we are still in some type of a wave 3. Then we're going to see corrections, but for now, it looks like a continuation of this move on the upside after a pullback. So we can wiggle a little bit more, come down in the RSI a little bit lower, and then we can start possible expansion in this wave 5. Alternatively, I don't think MATIC will do something more of a correction, but in a case we see something more exuberant, I will go for a triangle, but that is still very bullish, which means we're going to just stay a little bit more sideways and continue. And the worst case scenario will be we drop to this trend line and then we continue higher, which will be very welcome because I will buy a ton of MATIC here. Okay. So for now, my main scenario with all of the others will be possibly immediate bullish development after a small pullback. If we see it on a Bitcoin, also MATIC will do that and come down to 110 from where I think it's going to continue on the upside. Hey Bennett, what's up, man? Bennett is a leading guy for stocks in trading analysis. We do go back and forth on a Bitcoin, always a subject, and Terry as well. So we like to dissect this market with this methodology we love. Let's see what's going on there. XPRT. Persistent dollar. Yeah, this one is also working according to our script. We outlined who knows when. I don't remember when I looked at that one. We did see 5 waves up and a complex pullback to the downside. And from there, we are able to identify a 5-wave sequence potentially finished. I usually like to see some correspondence between wave 1 and 4, which I think was actually unfolding here. So maybe a little bit more of pullback, but overall chart looks pretty good. Even if pullback comes to the down these levels around 7, 8, I will look at least for a measured move or for a further expansion much more on the upside. So in my book, this one looks relatively nice after a 5 waves and a 3-wave pullback. We are developing something which looks like a beginning 5-wave sequence on the upside. So definitely looks very good. Yeah, let's look AAVE and let's close it down, these guys. If you want to see more of our work, you can join us at Trading Analysis. We have a $27 trial. So if you want to see how do we deal with these shorter term things, and also we have a very good community in a Discord channel, many exchanges there, you can also visit our website where we have this cryptocurrency dashboard. We have a members webinar, very extensive one, a cryptocurrency repository, trading analysis app, trading desk. My dog kind of agrees, and Discord channel. So we have many features. It's a $27 trial. If you want to check us out, please do. I think we do have a very nice overall extensive offer for stocks and cryptos, and you can also visit our Wednesday stream, which is on our main trading analysis channel. So let me show you also that when we cover a lots of variety of stuff. You have also having Bennett covering some of the wave counts in Bitcoin with his view, of course. So you can go to our channel where we have many different videos and covering many different subjects. We also have a relative rotation graph, which is phenomenally done by Terry. We also have a live Wednesday stream on the Todd Gordon, which is the owner of Trading Analysis website, where we cover stocks and macro and cryptos as well. Give us a thumbs up, and also, as you can see, there is analysis of a Bitcoin from Bennett here, so you can look and explore, and very good observation how he can see this, how he sees these relations here between different time frames and some of the other things that we use measuring this relation between the different waves and the different degrees of a trend. So please also you can visit that and see many different stuff. So go back to AAVE and look what is going on here. We also want to have AAVE dollar. Yeah, so I think AAVE is, I don't think this was a wave 4 and we are in wave 5. So this is relatively, in my opinion, a little bit big. So I will go with a different, maybe more, maybe a little bit more bullish option that we actually have seen a wave 1 completed. But anyhow, from these lows, we don't have clearly still developed a 5-wave sequence. So I will say that this is either 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's very bullish, or we are in some type of still an expanding diagonal variety where this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 small pullback, and then we go on the upside. So I mean, AAVE didn't develop something which I have seen on other cryptos, which means from this low we didn't develop a full 5-wave sequence. It's traded a little bit more sideways, which was pretty worrying, especially when you see this pullback. But now with the latest development last night, with this move on the upside, this might pretty much develop potentially something like, because we have an overlap, either a leading diagonal and then a small pullback and a continuation, or 1, 2, 1, 2, which will be very bullish, which means that AAVE can pretty much explode on the upside pretty vertically. So we don't know that yet, but I would say the bias will be turned on the upside if we see a little bit more move on the upside. Yeah, we will do that next time. So thank you for being with us, guys. I try to keep it this short. Sometimes I go for 1 hour or 1 hour and 10-15 minutes. I think it's a little bit too much. We have extensive webinars for 2.5 hours in our trading analysis members group. Here is basically designed to give you this basic information on our outlook, look a little bit of macro environment, and see what is going on this total market cap, so that you can have a little bit more insight to what we do overall. Thank you on the patience to wait. We started a little bit late, a couple of minutes, and visit us next time. Also, you can visit Trading Analysis main page on the YouTube channel and look our overall videos. And I wish you a nice rest of the week, and hit the like button for us so that this content can go up in visibility and help us to kind of see that this our views is seen by a larger community. So see you next time, guys, next Thursday, or visit our Twitter handle or our YouTube channels. We always do some updates either on cryptos or some other subjects. So we are always active in that respect. So see you guys. Bye-bye.